It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And some space here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Here's Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's gonna be knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. First carry for James Conner. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth.
Alert! Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, Haywood!
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Open man, it's Van Nant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's got the tight end, Van Nant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. On first and 10 is Connor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. On second down, it's Connor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Nick Van Nant there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
And we'll see what his offense can do. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On first down, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Trubisky will throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger, he's going to loft one, deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch that.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ran.
Now Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A pass there over the middle to start things out. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle. Hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert, 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 alert. 6-6, pull it high.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And Robinson with a big catch. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone. As he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Now Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight end.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now it's Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Counter on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Again, it's counter. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fulton. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot right away for the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. It got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He's going to launch it for Washington. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
And what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Keep it up, alert.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
198.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything. And
he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Alert. 98's the mic. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 198.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From a yard out, as his guys are back within a single score. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And Jackson picks it. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trubisky will throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Trubisky. And it's caught. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
Alert!
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Now Trubisky. He's got it. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Roethlisberger to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming for you.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going in?